Hello everyone, and welcome to our first integration showcase of the day, which will be integrations and custom solutions, what memoQ business services have been up to. And our presentation will be presented by Philip Klebaski, who is memoQ's head of business services. Philip, the floor is yours.
Now? Right, okay. Thank you everyone for coming. Really happy and thrilled to be with you here. We're going to talk today, as Damien said, a little bit about what business services team does, but not only business services team, also the other solution engineers at memoQ. And you probably, most of you have met one of us somewhere, either today, somewhere, around. We move in the shadows sometimes, but and talk to you about technical stuff. We are usually the guys that you might actually recognize somewhere there, or those who would go to calls with you and ask all those strange questions about your workflows and why you're using this file type and what you want to do with this XML filter. And we are actually in two groups. So one of them is the solution engineers. They are assigned to geographical hubs, apart from gaming, which is like a more widespread global kind of a hub. And they help our customers with the workflows. They provide training, they provide onboarding, they answer all those awkward questions about features, or they also take in all the feedback from you and pass it on sometimes also to production or to business services. And the business services team is the other group, is my team directly. And they're all also here. Just you can wave, guys, that you're here. You're all over the place, right? Okay. So we have Anselm, we have Levente, we have Mark, Yanni, and Richard, who are providing all the additional services on top of the regular memoQ stuff. And what makes this team kind of unique is a combination of different know-how and different skills. One of them is the work with memoQ. All of us have worked with memoQ for quite some time in different capacity, in support or solution engineers, or in LSPs, working out as localization engineers, working out all those different quirks of the APIs and trying to streamline the workflows in the company. And while I'm mentioning a memoQ API, this is the part where we work of memoQ that we work most, probably. Not just one API, as you know, there are multiple APIs in memoQ. And we will be talking a little bit more about those APIs and practical use cases today in the afternoon at 2 p.m. We will be presenting 3 unique use cases from our customers, real life examples, and also the way we could actually use it. But a little bit more about that at the end of this session today. And as I said, because we've worked in different capacities in different places, we also have quite a wide range of the domain knowledge of the industry, which makes our work easier because we really try to understand what you're talking about. Meaning, like, we're trying to talk about you as, if you're an enterprise, we try to understand how these things work for you, what kind of workflows you need, what kind of file types you need, what kind of source systems you want to connect. If you're an LSP, then we also understand the LSP business. We know what you're looking for. We want to help grow your business as well, right? This is our role. That's why we call business services, because it's about your business. Of course, it's also about our business, but definitely we focus on you. And the coding skills, of course, is necessary for us to actually do any of the extra programming. So what kind of solution areas we generally work in? You might have seen a presentation at our booth here. At the entry, almost across from the entrance, from the registration, we display in a loop, kind of a longer list of the different solutions and different areas that we work with. One of them is working with terminologies tools. Here we have 2 main tools. I'm going to talk about them in a moment. But there are also other solutions working with content systems, so basically trying to help you connect to different content systems, either through connectors or hot folders. Project management, That goes sometimes beyond a BMS. It might be a bespoke project management system, might be a mainstream management system that we can try and integrate with, and of course other integrations as well. And last but not least, premium support and consultancy. This is something delivered usually by solution engineers, and this is an important element of our strategy for our customers, basically a dedicated solution engineer and a little bit more, but I will talk about this in a second. What I want to talk about now is just a few of the different solutions that we provide, just to, kind of interest or pique your interest for those tools. If you want to know a little bit more, please come over to our stand, and we're very happy to discuss more details. We can schedule a demo later, right, or have a call. And if you want to know a little bit more or find out whether this fits your particular needs, this is the occasion. What is TermFinder? TermFinder is basically a web platform of sorts that you can have for yourself as a company, or you can have for other customers as well. Basically, it's an accessible way to share terminology across the organization. And the important thing is that it allows non-memoQ users to do that. So if you are an organization, if you're an enterprise, and you have company terminology that you need to spread across your organization, and you, I don't know, have a marketing team, for example, using different translations or names and so on, and you don't want them to go always to the localization team, or, I don't know, log into memoQ to find something out, or TermFinder is the tool to go to, right? So this is something that you can use for very quick web access to your corporate terminology. Other solutions that we have in this category is a lookup tool for translation memories in TBs. This works for online TMs on your server. And again, it's a web application that users can log into to get access to translation memories that are not linked to your project necessarily. So that also can be useful for, in-house translators. Sometimes they want to have access to other TMs, but you don't want them to get this access through project. Or maybe other people in the company who want to check what the translation is. It could be also a marketing department, for example, checking what the translation is for something, or something similar, because it could be doesn't have only be a 100% match, right? It's also a fuzzy lookup and a concordance lookup. Other solutions that we provide is the connectors. We've been working hard in the last few years to change additional, to change the way we connect, or actually to increase the number of connectors that we have and we offer. And one that is actually probably the most challenging was the Adobe Experience Manager connection. We currently support both the on-prem version of Adobe Experience Manager and the cloud, so as a service version. And you can use this with both a memoQ Web Services API or CMS API. So this is also something that can be used by both enterprises or LSPs, for example, because the CMS API allows you to kind of share the API key with your end customers. Other connectors that could be very interesting, the SharePoint connector for pages. We're working, so basically for your intranet content, we're working now to release a version that would support also translating files on the SharePoint. So if you're using SharePoint as a library of resources, that will also be possible. There is a Drupal connector for the Drupal web framework. There is an Adobe Marketo connector that we are currently in a beta stage. If you're interested in testing it out and you have your marketing department, for example, using Adobe Marketo for marketing campaigns, landing pages, web forms, and emails, this is something that allows you to translate that content directly from the connector to memoQ, and that way you can reach global markets with your campaigns. And another one that is probably mostly known in Germany is the SD4 from Quanos. This is a Koti package, I mean, kind of standardized Koti package that memoQ supports out of the box, but it only supports the bilingual version. What we created is, of course, the workflow is a kind of a hot folder solution that supports also multilingual Koti packages. That allows you to have a multilingual projects in SD4 and send the packages, export the packages to a hot folder, and then get them imported automatically into memoQ and into a project, either a project that exists or into a new project. And of course, we also have other collaborations with other third-party providers and platforms. For example, Conversis and their Figma platform, the Figma plugin, Ian's here, right? iLang Local, Blackbird. Now, apart from that, there's also something that we've recently started working on, and these are two connectors. You might recognize the logos here. The one of this is Jira, and the other one is Monday. So basically, what we've been thinking is, you might have a project management tool that you're using in your company. Maybe other departments are using this tool to manage their projects, and you would like to kind of integrate this into your translation project's workflow as well. And there, the connector for Monday or the connector for Jira allows you to do that. So you can manage your projects in Jira, and now you can also manage your translation projects in Jira. So that means that you could basically have an attachment in Jira. The attachment will go into an issue, of course, and then the Jira issue, once you start the translation process from Jira, will create additional subtasks for different languages. You can also manage assignments in the Jira connector. And if you want to make this available across your company, then you can use Jira Forms, and you can create a Jira form that will be basically a page that will create a Jira issue, and that can be shared across your company to create those workflows directly. And then the project gets created in memoQ automatically, or you can decide how you want to import those files into memoQ, either into a project-based template or a regular project, or into an existing project. That's also possible. And we are open to create such connections to other systems. So if you have we have some customers who use their own BMS-like solutions or project management solutions, and then we also help them integrate this with memoQ. And the idea here is basically that you can repurpose the already existing terminology in your existing technology in your company for a new integration with memoQ and to streamline the whole project management process. Now, basically, our role is to find the best solution for you. As I said, we are all about your business growth, and that's why we devise sometimes really quirky solutions whenever you need this, because it might simply help you thrive and develop further. We have some solutions for just creating a middleware application that will help you simply streamline the process of getting content from one place to memoQ and back. Sometimes with custom APIs that would help your developers maybe, or the other source system, create the connection. We work with different file preparation scripts that can help you get the right content into memoQ. And get it out back as well, or manipulate the file in the middle. All that stuff can be done with additional scripts that could be put into your templates. Other solutions include hot folder solutions, but this is not exactly what you would have with Content Connector. Content Connector is a separate solution that works slightly differently. Here, we're using the hot folders for different purposes. They can be used for project management, project creation, sure. But they can also be used, for example, to create translation memory updates into your TMs, or maybe TB exchange with other systems, converting one format to another. We have this for Congri or for Acrolinks. So these are the kind of solutions or additional solutions that can help you or your customers get their content into memoQ. And there's one more thing that we would want to highlight as well, is the migration process. you probably have either migrated yourself, or you might have some resources from other systems, or you might have customers or merging different solutions like different servers that you have already. And this is also what we can help you with by speeding up the whole migration process with our own tooling, and we can also make it work so that you might get even more leverage from the resources than you would think. So, for example, trying to preserve context or create context for TMs that do not save that context, right? So this is something that we can also try and do for you. And of course, other services like reporting services, we have a few solutions with a custom edit distance reporting, and also a resource status tool that allows you to monitor the situation on your server, whether the resources have been deleted or added in the last time. I mean, in time since a certain moment. So for people who are kind of want to control the situation on their server, there are solutions for that as well. And last but not least, there are some other solutions here for custom preview. And this is something that we've done a few times to help customers get additional preview in memoQ, just to be able to see, for example, images next to strings, right? Or generate additional preview for images that would go where just kind of scans. So these are the kind of solutions that we can provide extra. Other solutions include web toolbox solutions. So basically a web page where you could have some of the tools or solutions like scheduled TM export, or for example, Qterm update through an Excel file. Custom empty plugins are also on our list. So if you have a custom provider of machine translation, or you would like to have an integration, you can contact us and we can look into it and see if we can create a plugin for you, and that could be used also on either in project locally or on the server. And I want to talk a few words about premium support. Premium support is something that is like an additional service that allows you to get a dedicated solution engineer, and that helps you with your business, getting the answers maybe more quickly, getting maybe more technical solutions, or a look into your workflows, a way to streamline your current work and help you with your processes. It also means we can provide API consultations. So if you want to integrate, or you have your own developers, or you want to just create a simple integration, then come over to us and we're happy to talk to you. There have been also a few situations where we have seen a lot of demand for custom SSO setup, basically, which means that customers would use their own identity providers, and we would have to kind of help them integrate this with memoQ in a way, or just make sure that they can use this identity provider to log into memoQ server. Custom development, as I said, I mean, most of the thing that we do is custom development, but as you've seen, we have also some solutions that are kind of, something that we can use multiple times, or kind of standard, especially regarding connectors, but we're all about custom development as well. So if you have very custom, very bespoke, very strange requests, come over to us and we'll be happy to talk about this. And of course, the one thing that we do as well is training. And training seems like something that is sometimes underrated. I mean, something you can do on your own, but actually the real good training on memoQ and what you can do with memoQ can make all the difference in understanding how you can use memoQ to your advantage, and then making sure that you're actually using it to its full power. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions?